Right then, lads and lasses, how we doing, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Now, lads and lasses, in today's daily news video, we have a double Newcastle United transfer news update. First of all, as you may have seen, Newcastle United have officially announced the permanent signing of Lloyd Kelly. We'll get through the details of that, and of course, what is, in my opinion, a monumental bit of news. Newcastle United have contacted Crystal Palace on the possibility of signing 22-year-old Michael Olise. I'm going to put it out there, by the way, just before we get into any of this news. And of course, by the way, on the Lloyd Kelly transfer, my good mate Ben from Back of the Net, massive Bournemouth fan, massive YouTube channel as well, by the way, bigger than this one. We've got his perspective on what Lloyd Kelly can do and what he can bring in Newcastle United. But back on to Michael Olise. Away from Newcastle players, this guy is my favourite football player in the world. Undoubtedly, I absolutely love him. You'll get the news and you'll get my verdict on the player. Without further ado, lads and lasses, hit the thumbs up button if you do enjoy, and of course, subscribe if you are new. Let me know down in the comments below as well, by the way, are you excited by the official signing of Lloyd Kelly and the potential signing of Michael Olise? Without further ado, let's get into it. We'll start off with Lloyd Kelly because, of course, the club's announced it, so we'll kind of get this one over and done with very quickly. Yes, Newcastle United have announced the signing that Lloyd Kelly is officially a Newcastle United player. He will wear, or the 25-year-old will wear, the number 25, and of course, it's on a free transfer, and he's agreed to a 5-year contract with the option for 1 more year. And also, just a little side note of this, by the way, if he's wearing the number 25, we know that Paul Dummett's left the club. Paul Dummett used to wear the number 3. Lewis Hall's going to be joining permanent. Lewis Hall will wear the number 3 next season, of course. Oh my god, I can't wait to see that. But back on to Lloyd Kelly, this is what he's personally said on joining the Tyneside club. It's amazing to be coming here. I know how big the club is, and I know how much it means to all the fans. I just want to hit the ground running and get to work. I want to play with the ball, and I want the ball. As we all know, he is a ball-playing defender, but enough of my perspective. Let's get the perspective of my pal, yet again, Ben, from Back of the Net, the Bournemouth fan channel, because he knows all about him. He watched him for nearly half a decade. Let's see what Ben has to say on the signing of Lloyd Kelly.
Hi, afternoon Newcastle fans, I'm Back of the Net, and I'm just going to give you a quick 1-minute rundown on what Lloyd Kelly was like at Bournemouth and how he is as a player and all of that stuff. So he really only started playing when we got relegated from the Premier League to the Championship back in 2020. And he started off, I thought he was just going to be a left-back really, and then we somehow ended up managing to play him as centre-back, and he was amazing there. So very versatile, similar to Dan Burn, because Dan Burn can play left-back and centre-back. But yeah, he is equally as good at left-back as he is at centre-back. But he is more of a defensive left-back when he does play there. His injury record isn't great, but when he does get going, when he does play games consistently, he is excellent. As long as you can keep him injury-free, and as you will be in, hopefully, going far in other competitions, you probably will have to rotate his squad a lot with like Livramento, Trippier, Burn, etc. But yeah, he is an excellent player. He works very hard. So yeah, he's going to be an excellent signing for you. He is an excellent player, so take care of him, and I'm sure he will treat you very, very well. He's a phenomenal player.
Thank you very much for that, Ben, mate, and I hope you all got a better understanding rather than us, just kind of assuming things. We've got it from someone who's actually, first-hand experienced Lloyd Kelly for many, many years. Now, on to the news from Michael Olise. I absolutely adore this guy. It's been reported by The Athletic that Newcastle United have contacted Crystal Palace on the availability to sign Michael Olise. It's also been reported, and it's reported in the same article as well, that Michael Olise has a £60 million release clause in his contract. The 22-year-old has interest from Bayern Munich, and of course, because we're interested in him, of course Chelsea is interested in him, by the way. Oh my god, this guy is an absolutely phenomenal footballer. Look, he's the future of football. I'm just going to put that out there, by the way. He's absolutely electric. His footwork is absolutely fantastic, and at 22 years old, he's such a complete winger. Even last season, for example, 16 goals and assists in 19 Premier League games. Of course, the problem there is he only played 19 Premier League games last season. He is very, very injury prone, but if we can take, sort them injuries out, we've got a complete player on our hands there. Just imagine, your striker's Alexander Isak, your left winger's Anthony Gordon, and your right winger is Michael Olise, by the way, 23 years old, 24 years old, and 22 years old. The future's not only there, but the present is there as well. Oh my god, I'm just thinking of the things we could do with that team. I'm telling you now, by the way, Tonali comes back. If Michael Olise comes into this team, Champions League football will be waiting for Newcastle United. I have got to say though, if we are being realistic, lads and lasses, if Bayern Munich's interested and Chelsea's interested, look, He already lives in London. He grew up in London, although choosing to represent France, he is an Englishman. He grew up in England his whole life. So I have got to say, going to Chelsea where he's going to get 300 grand a week, although they've got the players like Madueke, this is just off the top of my head by the way, Madueke, Cole Palmer, Christopher Nkunku, who else is there? Nicholas Jackson, I can't really think of any more. There will be more by the way, because they're absolutely stacked up there. Michael Olise, for example, they're popping out my head now. Does he really want to go into a squad with that many players and that much competition, or come straight to Newcastle United, knowing we are going to get some sort of European football next season? Chelsea, if it goes, sort of car crash mode again, they might not be getting European football, but with Newcastle United, as we have no European football next season, we've not got that extra fatigue in games, I believe we will get Europe next season. If Michael Olise comes to Newcastle United, he will be playing European football, but I have got to say, I think Chelsea looks like the more attractive club at the minute, because he's already situated down in London, and of course, Bayern Munich, the European champions. Champions League winners, not recently of course, I'm talking about history, yeah, previous Champions League winners, regular apart from last season, which was a very big hiccup from Bayer Leverkusen, regular Bundesliga winners, DFB Pokal, all that sort of stuff. I've got to say, I'm not very confident that we will get him, but if we did, for £60 million in today's market, it's an absolute bargain. When you look at the likes of Michael Olise from the Ukrainian league, £100 million. When you look at Anthony, nearly it was €100 million actually, from the Dutch league. You look at these players, how on earth were they worth that much? Michael Olise has proved himself in the Premier League, and at 22 years old, he's played in the Premier League for 3 years now. £60 million, honestly, I'd chuck my house at him. Seriously, I'd probably give my house up just to make sure that man signs for Newcastle United. But look, lads and lasses, that is the video wrapped up there. Lloyd Kelly is officially a Newcastle United player, and of course, hope you all enjoyed the little perspective from Ben there. And Michael Olise, or Crystal Palace I should say, has been contacted by Newcastle United on the availability of Michael Olise. Please God, I'm not religious, right, but just make my dreams come true. I will do anything. Michael Olise and Newcastle United, what a football player. Without further ado, lads and lasses, if you did enjoy, hit the thumbs up button, and of course, subscribe if you are new. I've been Geordie Josh. Go and enjoy your day, people.